Today, the American Civil Liberties Union sued the Trump administration over the president's executive order targeting gender-affirming care for minors. The lawsuit says Trump's actions, quote, unconstitutionally usurp congressional authority by withholding lawfully appropriated federal funds and violate the rights of trans youth by, quote, depriving them of necessary medical care solely on the basis of their sex and transgender status.
รู้สึกปลดล็อกหลายๆอย่างค่ะแล้วก็รู้สึกว่าคำว่าครอบครัวของเรามันสมบูรณ์มากยิ่งขึ้นค่ะ
ก็รู้สึกดีใจแล้วก็มันเป็นสิ่งที่แบบว่าเหมือนกับเรามันความหวังที่เราได้รับอ่ะเหมือนกับถ้าเมื่อเราอยากกินของอะไรเราอยากได้อะไรเราได้รับมันคือความอย่างนั้นแหละ
Okay, so good morning and assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Balqis and I am your moderator for today's discussion. Welcome and thank you for being here. Today we will discuss about the topic LGBT awareness and acceptance. Our objective is to engage in constructive dialogue, allowing for diverse perspectives to be heard while maintaining mutual respect. So before we start, let's get to know our panelists that we have for our discussion. First panel that I would like to introduce is Husna binti Wan Asmi, a student for Harvard University and a part of former LGBTQ+. How are you, Husna?
I'm good, thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you very much, Husna. The second panel is Miss Afrina binti Muhammad Nazri, counselor of SMK Sultan Ismail. Third panel is Nurin binti Mat Sohaidi, a student from University of Bath. And last but not least, our fourth panel, Miss Syira binti Azhar, Ustazah from Islamic University. So the discussion will be structured around the following key topics. First, understanding the LGBT community. Secondly, LGBT representation in media and society. Third, LGBTQ+ education in school. Fourth, challenges faced by LGBT community. And last but not least, how we can support LGBT individuals. I encourage each of you to share your viewpoints thoughtfully and respectfully. Let us begin with our first topic. For our first topic, understanding the LGBT community. Before we address matters of right and society acceptance, let us first establish a foundational understanding. What does being LGBT mean to you?
LGBT is about embracing one's identity, whether in terms of gender or sexual orientations. It's fundamentally about self-acceptance and advocating for equal rights, ensuring that individuals are free to express themselves without fear of discrimination.
As someone who is not a member of the LGBT community, I firmly believe in supporting people for who they are. The core of this discussion is the principle that all individuals deserve respect, dignity, and kindness, regardless of their identity.
I am still in the process of understanding my own identity, so I may not have a definitive perspective yet. However, discussions such as this one are invaluable in helping individuals like myself gain greater clarity.
While I respect all individuals, I question whether society places emphasis on labels. Identity is personal, and I believe people should be free to live their lives without feeling compelled to categorize themselves.
Provide a sense of belonging and understanding for many individuals. However, I agree that they should not be obligatory and everyone should have the autonomy to define themselves in a way that feels right to them.
That is an important point, Husna. This conversation highlights that identity is deeply personal and that respect for individual choices is paramount. Let us now transition to our second topic. So for our second topic, we will talk about LGBT representation in media and society. In recent years, there have been a significant increase in LGBT representation across various forms of media, including film, television, and social platforms. Do you believe this has positive influence society attitudes?
Absolutely. Increased representation fosters normalization and inclusivity. When LGBT characters are depicted in mainstream media, it challenges stereotypes and demonstrated that LGBT individuals are an integral part of society.
While representation is important, I sometimes feel like that it is artificially inserted for the sake of appearing progressive rather than being a genuine reflection of society. There are instances where it seems more like a marketing strategy than a true commitment to inclusion.
There is certainly a need for authenticity in representation. However, even when representation arises from corporate interests, it can still have the meaningful impact. For many individuals, particularly young people, seeing someone who reflects in their identity on screen can provide reassurance and validation.
I agree. Growing up, I rarely saw LGBT individuals portrayed in a positive or even neutral manner in media. The increased representation today reassures people that they are not alone and diverse identities exist.
It appears that representation, when done genuinely, can contribute to a more inclusive society. However, concerns regarding authenticity and corporate motivation should also be considered. Let us proceed to a more complete issue, which is LGBTQ education in school.
LGBTQ education is essential in fostering a culture and acceptance and reducing discrimination.
I completely agree. Providing students with accurate information does not impose belief upon them. Rather, it ensures they grow up in an environment that respects and acknowledges diversity.
I'm so sorry, but I respectfully disagree. Parents should have the primary role in teaching their children about these topics. Schools should have focus on academic subjects, and discussions on gender and sexuality should be left to the families to address according to their values.
I believe that at the very least, schools should teach respect for all individuals, regardless of identity, even if the curriculum does not go into depth. Fostering a culture of tolerance is crucial.
This is not about influencing personal beliefs, but rather about ensuring that children do not grow up in an environment that fosters bullying or discrimination. Education should promote respect, understanding even among those who hold differing views.
Then an aside for discussion, Husna. While opinions vary on the extent of LGBT education in school, there is consensus on the importance of fostering respect. Now, let us examine the challenges that LGBT individuals continue to face. Now, let's move on to our next topic: challenges faced by LGBT and community. Despite progress in terms of rights and visibility, many LGBT individuals still face significant challenges. In your view, what are the most pressing issues today?
Discrimination remains pervasive issues. Many LGBT individuals experience workplace bias, social exclusion, and even threats. To their safety, some regions individuals still face legal repercussions for expressing their identity.
Mental health is another critical concern. Studies indicate that LGBT individuals have higher rate of anxiety and depression, often due to rejection by their families or communities.
That is what concerns me most. If I were to come out, how would my family react? How would my social relationships change? These uncertainties make it difficult to be open and about one's identity.
While I understand these challenges, I believe that some social tensions arise from misunderstandings rather than outright hostility. Older generations, in particular, they struggle to adapt not necessarily out of malice but due to unfamiliarity with these topics.
Is precisely why continued conversations and education are essential. Understanding and acceptance can only be achieved through open dialogue.
Indeed, awareness is the first step toward meaningful change. Now, let us discuss actionable ways to support LGBT individuals. Regardless of whether one identifies as LGBT or as an ally, how do you believe society can become more inclusive?
Listening is fundamental. Sometimes the best way to support someone is simply to offer understanding and affirmation.
Advocacy is equally important. If one witnesses discrimination or exclusion, speak up can make a significant difference. Silence in the face of injustice enables prejudice to persist.
Even if one does not fully agree with every aspect of the LGBT movement, basic respect should always be upheld. It is possible to maintain differing beliefs with treating others with dignity.
Safe spaces are also crucial whether in schools, workplaces, or online communities. LGBT individuals need environments where they feel secure and accepted.
These are all valuable insights. Inclusion can be fostered through respectful dialogue, advocacy, and the creation of safe spaces. We have engaged in a meaningful discussion for today, covering a range of perspectives on LGBT awareness and acceptance. So to summarize for the first topic, we understand that LGBT is a community, which is identity is deeply personal and respect is the key. So for the second topic, LGBT representation in media. Authentic representation fosters inclusivity should not be performative. For the third topic, LGBTQ plus in educational school. There is debate over its extent, but mutual respect is universally important. For the fourth one, challenges faced. Discrimination, mental health, struggles, and social rejection remain significant issues. So last but not least, how to support. So which is actively listening, advocacy, respect, and the creation of inclusive spaces are essential. Before we conclude, I would like each of you to share a final takeaway.
All individuals deserve the right to live authentically without fear.
Being an ally means not just supporting, but also taking meaningful action.
It is okay to question, to learn, and to take time to understand yourself.
Disagreement should never be an obstacle to treating others with kindness and respect. And as for me, an inclusive society where everyone lives with dignity and authenticity is only possible through mutual respect, open dialogue, and informed advocacy. No exceptions.
Even I cannot deny that.
That's a good one. I agree with you, Syira.
An excellent conclusion, Ustazah Syira. Thank you all for participating. Let us continue fostering discussion that promote understanding and inclusivity in society. Thank you for today.